Today I want to share with you my Nintendo Switch collection. I have been really inspired by a lot of cozy gamers that have been sharing theirs online, but most specifically Cozy Veggie, who not only shared their whole collection of cozy games, but also all of the accessories that they have collected throughout the years for their console. So today I want to show you what kind of Switch I have, all of the miscellaneous accessories that I have purchased and loved throughout the years, and also all of the games that I have. My favorite thing about these videos is not to see how big people's collections are, but to spot the more obscure games that I maybe wouldn't expect for this person to have in their collection. Let me know at the end of this video if there are any games in my collection that you maybe didn't expect for me to have and to love. Okay, let's get started. First thing I want to show you is my Switch. There's really not much to be said about my Switch other than it's a first generation Switch. I've had this since 2017 when it first came out. It's a bit old and rusty now, but it works perfectly. I personally don't have a Switch OLED or any of the other Switch that have come out since, and after so many years of playing with this console, it still works just fine. I do have a case on it. I don't know where the other parts of this case are. You can really see, but I also put a protective layer on the screen because I tend to be very clumsy with my electronics especially. Now moving on to more miscellaneous accessories that I have for my Switch. I wanted to mention this really nice skin that I have on it. I was attracted to it because of the neutral colors. I am really enjoying how gaming industries and gaming accessory industries are now coming out with more neutral and simple accessories for your consoles. I really appreciate that it's far more to choose from when it comes to aesthetics for your gaming preferences. Another accessory that I have are this really cute thumb grip. I also got them online. I like that they're little raccoons. I love the color of them. It's the only thumb grips I have. I only have them for aesthetic purposes, and for that I feel like they fulfill their purpose. And they come in a packet of 4, which I also really like because, and this is a good segue for my next item, I do have this extra controller for my Switch. This is what it looks like. I have also added the thumb grips to it. My partner got this for me for last Christmas. It also lights up. I love how cute it is. It's really comfortable on the hands. And I also like that it's good not only for connecting to your Switch, but you can also connect it to your computer if you want to play in your computer. I like that it's versatile and that I don't have to have more controllers than what I really need. Another miscellaneous accessory that I have is a controller stand. This is what it looks like. I really like it because that way I'm able to display my Q controller on my shelf. But it's definitely one of those accessories that is not necessary. Next, I want to talk about this huge case. I got this way back in the day when I first got my Nintendo. I was like, this is perfect. I can keep all of my stuff in there, and if I need to move it around, it's gonna be great. It has little pockets for your games. It has little places where you can put your controller and your dock and everything. To be completely honest, this has become just like my Nintendo games junk drawer. I don't really use it for the purpose that it was intended for, but it still works as storage, I guess. Would I recommend you get it? Maybe not. I would maybe recommend you get it if you move your dock a lot or if you have an extra dock. I rarely ever take my whole ass Switch somewhere, so you can see it just has a whole bunch of random here. Another thing that I have is an extra controller. This is the one that came with my Switch. It's a very old one. It has really major drift. We have tried fixing it ourselves. It just keeps drifting, so we just have it in here. Maybe one day we'll get around to actually fixing the entire thing, but we just still have it because we don't want to throw it away. Another thing that I feel like it's really important if you have especially a first generation Nintendo Switch is just a couple extra memory cards. We also have quite a few of those to keep all of our games in there. Another one of my favorite accessories is this Nintendo Switch case. I've had this for years and years, ever since the Nintendo came out as well. I love the aesthetic of it. I love how simple it is. It's just a little pocket, and it also has a space for you to keep your games. Back in the day, this was pretty much the only Nintendo Switch case I could get that didn't look like a gamer chair, so I was really excited about it at the time. Now there's billions and trillions of different aesthetics that you can get, thankfully, online for your Nintendo Switch cases, but this is the one that I have, and it's the one that I will continue to use. You just put, your Switch in there, close it, and there you go. ready to go off to do your thing. And last but not least, compressed air. This is a lifesaver when it comes to Joy-Con drift. You can get it at Walmart. I'm gonna link below how to use compressed air to fix your Joy-Con drift. I feel like that should be a must in everyone's miscellaneous accessories for your Switch. Okay, now I'm gonna move on to all of my Nintendo Switch games. I'm gonna start with the ones that I have in physical copies. I am personally just a digital copy kind of guy, to be honest. I only have 3 physical copies of Nintendo Switch games, and 2 of them were games that were just lent to me by friends. So let me show you. Please don't be mad at me for not having the boxes for these games. First game I have in physical is Mario Odyssey. I don't have the box for this because a friend lent this to me like a few years ago. They just kind of gave it to me and were like, you need to play this game. And they were not wrong. This is a really good Mario game. Even if you've never played a Mario game and this is the first one you play, I feel like it's a really good experience of what the Mario world is like. This game is so good. I specifically love about this game how it switches from 2D to 3D gameplay. I would really recommend Mario Odyssey, even though I do have to finish it. Next game I have is Zelda Breath of the Wild. Do I even need to say anything about this game? I feel like, especially lately before Tears of the Kingdom come out, everyone has been playing this game. I've had this game ever since it came out in 2017. This game was totally revolutionary for the open world genre. Everyone should give it a try at least once. I love this game. I cannot do it justice with my words. I would say to just play it. It's just a great game. It's just a great game, okay? Next in my collection, I have the full BioShock collection of games. This was also lent to me by a good friend of mine who is a big fan of BioShock games. I had never played the BioShock games until recently. I finished the first one beginning of this year. I freaking loved BioShock. I love how this game incorporates the horror genre with a very interesting story and commentary on the human nature and society. I currently started playing the second BioShock game, which I feel like is problematic. A lot of people like it, a lot of people don't, but so far I'm really enjoying it. This game takes place in a retro, futuristic underwater society. Stay with me. I don't know how to explain it without giving too much away, but it's also a critically acclaimed game. It's a first-person shooter with some jump scares here and there, and I just love it, but it is a bit spooky, so you've been warned. Now I'm gonna move on to my digital games. First, in my Nintendo Switch digital library is a game called Child of Light. Child of Light is a platformer RPG game where you play as Aurora, who is a child in search for her true destiny. This game is one that I haven't been able to get to. I love the aesthetic of the game and I'm really interested to hear the story of it, but yeah, I think it was free or really cheap on the Nintendo store, so that's why I got it. Next, we have a game that you guys have heard me talk about probably way too much. Honestly, Pikmin, sponsor me. I will talk about you forever. Pikmin 3 Deluxe. I love every single Pikmin game. I feel like they're just a joy to play through. I love the aesthetics of the game. I love how simple and straightforward the playthrough of these games are. I think they are adorable and challenging. It's a strategy game and also an adventure game. I would recommend it, and I'm really excited for Pikmin 4 to come out in July this year. Next, I'm gonna group these 5 games in one whole slot because I made a whole video on these games that I'm gonna link somewhere. Fallout Shelter, Color Zen, Pokemon Quest, Pokemon Cafe Remix, and Tricky Doors. I think Sky is also in that video. These are all free Nintendo Switch games that I have on my Nintendo Switch and that I really enjoy. I feel like you get a lot of gameplay and fun for them being free. Next, I have one of me and my partner's favorite game to play co-op, and that is Unravel 2. This game is so fun. We love the whole mechanics of this game. It is honestly a joy to play together. And you can also play alone if you prefer that to playing co-op, which I think is pretty cool. If you're looking for a good co-op to play, I really recommend this one. Next, I have Stardew Valley. Surprisingly enough, even though this is like the top cozy game of all time, I only started playing Stardew Valley recently, and I immediately regretted to get it on the Switch because I bought it and then I found out about all the mods that you can have if you buy it in the computer. So Rookie Mistake. I feel like I don't have to explain what Stardew Valley is. I feel like I would be literally preaching to the choir. Next, I have Cult of the Lamb. This game was one of my ultimate favorite 2022 releases. I freaking love this game. My partner loved this game. My friends love this game. We are all completely different people and we all find different things to like about this game. It's funny, it's beautifully designed, it's a little spooky. I recommend this game to everyone and anyone because in my opinion it generally has something for everybody. Next I have another co-op game and that is Fall Guys. I have really not much to say about this game. It's just a fun time to play co-op and it's also free, so I would really encourage anybody who's looking for a co-op game to download this one. You're just a little guy who's like doing little guy things, and what's there not to like? Next I have one that my partner got for me, kind of like a joke, but also I love this game, and that is Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. One thing about me is that I'm really into true crime and I'm really into following famous trials, some that are currently being televised or other ones that have been televised in the past. This is such a long-winded way to explain this, but she got me this game as a joke because she was like, well, might as well play this game. I feel like you're gonna love it. And I really do. It's a really good game. In this game, you play as an attorney and investigator who is, well, just trying to uncover crimes. And it's pretty much a point-and-click game and also a story-based game where you're supposed to investigate, listen to people's testimony, find clues and evidence to use in your trials. It's so fun and so underrated and so overdramatic. I really love this game. Next, I have Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. I have the first generation Nintendo Switch Mario Kart version, which came with this game. I feel like Mario Kart is the monopoly of video games. Do you know what I mean? Like, I feel like whenever you're playing Mario Kart, somebody ends up with their feelings hurt. Even if you don't play video games, you've probably played Mario Kart at some point in your life. I don't know what else to say about this game. It's a good game. Next, I have The Witcher 3. I am a big fan of The Witcher books and series and games. I just want Geralt to... I can't say that on camera. This is pretty much a fantasy game where you play as Geralt. If you're into open world fantasy games with a lot of fighting and story, I think you would really... There's a fly. I think you would really enjoy this game. I really like it. I haven't finished it yet, but I really love this game. Next is Ori and the Blind Forest. I wanted to like this game so bad. And I do. I love this game, but I did rage quit it. In this game, you play as Ori, who is trying to free and heal the forest from this evil, dark magic. This is a platformer game, stunning in the way that it looks, and the music is beautiful, the story is also beautiful. However, I found that this game's mechanics were really relentless. I know a lot of people that love this game. I have also heard that there's a new version of this game that some people like even better, that I'm totally gonna give a try, but I wasn't able to finish it because it was just too frustrating for me. Next, I have a little indie game that you might know about, Animal Crossing. I feel like everybody knows this one, but this is just another cozy game that I feel has shaped our community. I really loved this game when it came out in 2020. I have not touched this game in years. So next I have Omori. This one's another one that is in my backlog. I have not gotten to it yet, but I have heard so many great things. My friends love this game, so I'm excited to play it. I have heard that it also deals with a lot of heavy subjects. I love games that treat those kind of more darker issues in a delicate way. So I have heard it's really good in that sense, so I'm really excited to try it. Next, I want to talk about a few games that I don't currently have in my console, but that I have played and are available on the Switch. First is a beautiful indie game called Florence. This is a story-based game that is just absolutely beautiful. I've played it like 3 times. It's a slice of life game. You follow Florence's life as she goes through the beginning, middle, and end of a relationship. I found that the way that this game visually represented the feeling of just normal human interaction was just absolutely gorgeous, and I really, if you're into those kind of games, I feel like you would really like it. Next, I have Good Pizza, Better Pizza. I have a playthrough of this game in my channel. I freaking love this game. I'm a big fan of any cooking game out there. Like Diner Dash was my back in the day. This game has that vibe. It's just pure fun, relaxing time with a little bit of challenge, story sprinkled in there. The aesthetic of the game is absolutely beautiful. Yeah, I mean, you're just making pizza. What's there not to like? I feel like this game is just peak cozy time for me. Next, I have a game called Hoa. In this game, you play as a fairy who is traversing through the forest, meeting the forest creatures who are helping you remember your own life story. This is a beautiful, very Ghibli-inspired aesthetic game. It's a platformer slash puzzle game. I really liked it. Next, I have the Jackbox Party Pack number 3. These are just co-op games that you can play with friends at a party. They're hilarious and entertaining, and they're just amazing games. Next, I have Little Nightmares 2. I also have a playthrough of this game in my channel. This is another more spooky game. I still consider it to be cozy, but I know that that depends on each person. This is a beautifully crafted horror game that not only has interesting mechanics, but also just an outstanding environment design. It's just an amazing game. Next, I have another very popular cozy game, and that is Night in the Woods. This is another beautiful story-based game that is very, very cozy. I feel like this game would be perfect to play in the fall. In this game, you play as this adorable cat who is back at their hometown after dropping out of school, and you get to reconnect with old friends while at the same time uncovering the mysteries of the town. The ending of this game had me in for a loop. I was not expecting it at all. I also have a playthrough of this game in my channel. I really enjoyed it, and I understand why this game is so acclaimed in the cozy gaming community. Next, I have a game called Shift Happens. I also have some gameplay of this in my channel. I will link it somewhere. This is a really, really fun co-op game. Me and my partner really enjoyed it. I'm not gonna get into it too much, but you can go see my other video if you want to. I go kind of more in depth about my thoughts on the game, and you can actually see us play it and see how much we loved it. Next, I have another very popular game in the cozy gaming community, and that's a game called A Short Hike. This game is so very near and dear to my heart. I love it so much. Once I completed the main task, I just wanted to keep going back and playing it over and over and over. The ambience of this game is so comforting to me, and it just makes me feel like everything's gonna be alright. It's just an amazing game with a very simple premise. You play as this little bird who is trying to get to the summit of the mountain to get some phone reception. On your way, you get to meet so many incredible characters. There's so much good dialogue in this game, so many fun side quests, and so much to explore. I really recommend this game. I feel like a lot of people think that cozy gaming is just farming sims. I feel like it's important to note that there's a lot more to cozy gaming than that. Next, I also have Unpacking. This is another one of my favorite games of all time. I love that it's queer. I love that it's such a simple way to tell a story. It is so genius. I've also talked about this game a lot in my channel, I feel like, but I love this game a lot. In this game, you are basically meeting a character throughout different stages of their life as you unpack their stuff into their new spaces. It's just chef's kiss. Oh, and last but not least, I also have Spiritfarer. This is a beautiful management sim about taking spirits into the afterlife. This game is absolutely beautiful in the way that it deals with grief and people passing away in such a delicate and beautiful way. All of the characters are so complex and beautiful and different from each other. It's just a great game. And there you go. That's my entire Nintendo Switch collection as of now. For me, it would be a dream to be able to collect secondhand consoles of Nintendo and have a whole room dedicated to a whole collection of Nintendo consoles, because wouldn't that be so cool? Let me know in the comments if there was any accessory or any game that you were kind of surprised to see in my collection. I would love to know. If you made it this far, thank you. Please don't forget to subscribe and like this video if you liked it. It really does help my channel. And always remember to take care of yourself, have some rest, and have some water. And I'll see you in the next video. Whoa, I just zoned out.